This is GymForSpeaking. This channel is my daily workout for speaking to camera, telling stories, and explaining things clearly. There's no script, no performance, just me talking to you, reflecting, and training my voice and my thoughts. Today is day 8, and this is how it went. Hey guys, so today, Thursday, January 8th, need to go into the office on Thursday, so normally I drive to where I work. It's around an hour drive and then a 20-minute walk, but today there's like a big storm Goretti, I believe it's called, which was named by the French, but that was falling today in the evening, and the drive there would have been fine, but the drive back would have been in a yellow weather warning, and it would have been heavy rain. So yeah, it didn't sound like the best conditions for driving. I drive quite an old car and I love it. I don't think I'll be getting rid of this one. I'll be keeping it going for as long as possible. I will get a newer car and a funner car as well in the future, but I will be keeping my current old car because I love it. It's 23 years old, but considering its age, driving through heavy rainstorms, I kind of feel bad because the thing that's going to get this car is the rust. So yeah, I didn't drive today. I walked to the station, I took the train. I'm trying to do a no spend month, but one of my exceptions is transport, so yeah, it's quite expensive, like almost £13 return, which isn't actually that bad for the UK, but yeah, I had an exception, so I did drive. Sorry, I did take the train. I did buy some food from Greg's, so that's gonna go on my list of things I did spend money on, which I probably shouldn't have this month, but hey, what can you do? Yeah, so got to the station, got on the train, all fine. There's a storm coming later this evening, and yeah, just looking out the window, it was super foggy and grey and pretty grim. Got to the station, it was raining quite a lot. I was waiting for the bus. Sometimes I take an electric scooter, which you can rent, but yeah, took the bus, which was fine, but it's just so slow. I don't know why. The bus was like 40 minutes to get to the place close to where I work. It didn't even get to the stop because the guy had to wait because he was early apparently, so I just got off and yeah, walked to work. So I got to work a bit later, meant to start around at 10 or get there at 10. Yeah, got there at 10:30, but it's all pretty lax. It's very flexible where I have worked and I'm working still. I am being made redundant, but it's been very flexible. So yeah, got there at 10:30, started working, tried to make some progress on some stuff. There's a project I've been working on for a long time. Yeah, was working on that and trying to make some updates to it. I'm being made redundant, so I want to try and finish off this project fully. I might go back and redo some bits. Yeah, I'm not going to explain it now, but yeah, there's a whole story of shit that's happened with this. I work in like data engineering, so I'm manipulating raw data sets is what I'm doing, and I'm trying to make these raw data sets usable for analysis, basically. Yeah, so all that happened. Had lunch with my colleague, which I haven't done for a while, but I don't know, recently I have, and it's been quite nice to chat with everyone. Haven't done it for a while, more than a year probably, that much. With certain colleagues I have, but in the big group. So I did today. It was nice, yeah. And then I saw my manager who was off sick with like a bad flu. I had a bad flu before Christmas, the last week before Christmas. I was off work for that whole week. It was pretty bad. I think it was COVID. Again, I was really sick. yeah, so she was off and then she was back, so it was good to catch up with her. I asked her if I could leave earlier because of this storm. It's probably overblown with the media and stuff, seeming like it's like going to be horrible and really bad. But the advice from the train company was to try and travel as early as possible, so I did. Yeah, and she said that was fine, so I left earlier. I walked all the way back to the station. I work in Oxford, but it's a very nice walk from where I work to the station, because I walk from Headington, which is up a hill in one of the suburbs of Oxford. Oxford is not a big city, by the way. But yeah, so it's from one of the suburbs, which is up a hill, and then you walk down through, and then like through the middle of town. And yeah, Oxford is a very historic and beautiful city, so I don't mind walking there sometimes. I brought my big umbrella because of the rain, and it was heavily raining, and I walked all the way back from work. Yeah, at a leisurely pace. It was raining a lot, but I had the umbrella, so I was prepared. Yeah, to get the train back earlier and then get home and then do a bit more work to catch up, which is what I did. But as I'm trying to improve my photography, I'm taking a photo every day, but I didn't bring my DSLR because it's too much to bring. I have my work laptop, which is like a 16-inch Dell XPS, like a new one, which is a beast of a laptop, but it's huge and it's heavy. So yeah, bringing a DSLR, yeah, maybe in the future, let's see. But so I just brought my Pixel 9 today, but I wanted to practice some photography. From doing this daily photo, I've already, I feel like, progressed my photography skills, and I've learned a lot. I've added to what I have learned about manual photography, which is what I'm doing on the DSLR. On the Pixel 9, you can actually use a lot of manual controls. So yeah, on my walk back through Oxford in the heavy rain, I tried to do some photography along the way, one of which will be my daily photo, but I'm going to go through a couple of photos this time just because I took quite a few. So yeah, I'm not going to do this every day, but today I'm just going to run through some of them because yeah, why not? And then I'll choose my daily photo at the end of it. Okay, so yep, so this is just, I think it's the Pixel 9, yeah. I've had a Pixel 5, was my first Pixel in 2020, and yeah, I've always loved Pixel photos. They come out really well. So this is just some berries in someone's garden that I was walking past with some like droplets. I think it came out quite well. And then this is, yeah, some leaves covered in water with berry background. Again, comes out pretty well. This is on Magdalen Bridge in Oxford. The tower behind is Magdalen Tower. Magdalen is a college of Oxford. It's spelled Magdalene, but it's pronounced Magdalen, apparently. That's what everyone says. So yeah, this is just a moss on the Magdalen Bridge with Magdalen Tower in the background with the grey skies. Again, yeah, for a smartphone, pretty impressed with how that came out. Okay, and then next, I think that's pretty much it. And then yeah, I got to the station, and then there was someone playing the piano in the busy station, which was quite nice. I'll play that now. home. It was nice to wait for my train. I had to wait half an hour, and listening to the guy play the piano in the station was nice. So heavily raining. This one's a shot of a taxi with its rear lights reflected on the very wet road, and it's like going uphill, so it's really long. I think the composition is pretty good. And then here, so I can use long exposure on my Pixel 9 smartphone, which is nice. So I can get these cool streaky shots of light to convey motion. So I'm kind of aiming at a puddle here, and the rain's hitting the puddle, but because of the long exposure, it's kind of blurry, so you can't really tell, but the bus moving and the red lights look quite cool. This is a still of that same spot with the rain going into the puddle, but there's no long exposure. Same shot again with a longer exposure to get another bus going by. I think this came out pretty cool with the light reflecting in the puddle. Another one, and then all the traffic's now moving. Yeah, it's pretty fun that I can do this on my smartphone. I like this one. It was some heavy rain at that point, and I used a slightly longer exposure. Yeah, I think it captured the rain, the heaviness and the movement of the rain quite well. This might be my pick for picture of the day. And then trying to do long exposure again of a busy road, but it wouldn't focus, but I thought it came out quite nice actually. And then, with it in focus, with traffic going by and everything else in focus-ish. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, so something a bit different today. That was a lot of photos. I won't normally be doing that. What I pick for the photo of the day, I think, is, the rain one. Just because I feel like it sums up the day and, the whole walk. The heavy rain and the streaky lines of rain coming down. So that's my pick of the day. And then I did a quick drawing, which is this. It's meant to be Clint Eastwood, I think. Yeah. My critique of it is his face is too long. So I might do this one again in the future, in which case I will make his face a bit shorter. But yeah, Clint Eastwood. Cool guy. Good films. So I think that's everything. Gonna end on a quote. So this is from Henry David Thoreau. A single footstep will not make a path on the earth, so a single footstep will not make a path on the earth, so a single thought will not make a pathway in the mind. To make a deep physical path, we walk again and again. To make a deep mental path, we must think over and over the kind of thoughts we wish to dominate our lives. Henry Thoreau, who is a great author. So that's it for today. One more rep done. Good night.